Welcome to episode 140 of the Sports Marketing Machine podcast, the show that helps you sell more tickets and grow your fan base. I'm your host, Jeremy Nizer. Today we're going to break down one of the weirdest ticket promotions I've ever seen, and it absolutely works. I'm going to go through all the data, the details, all of that stuff. But it's called a mystery pack that somehow moves merchandise, pre-sales for opening day, and has fans saying, take my money, even though they don't actually know what they're buying, which is really weird. So when I was on the call with my client who's doing this, I genuinely said to him, I don't know why this is working. I have no idea. But then I sat back, actually did some research, kind of digged into it, and realized that it hits four important levers: price, surprise, giftability, and the game-specific demand. So today, I'm going to break down this mystery pack and why it works, walk you through the offer, how and why it works, and then I'll give you concrete examples that you can copy for your team this season. So by the end of it, you're going to have a plug-and-play framework for your own mystery offers that will actually move some tickets. Let's go! Let's set the stage here. This is the offer that shouldn't work, but it does. So let's paint a picture. One of the teams I work with, a minor league baseball team, ran this special before Black Friday. So they had ran one before that was $50. Now they're running one that's $40. So I'm going to go through what they were and what have you. But for the $40 package, it was 4 tickets to opening night, and you actually get reserved seats. You get an adjustable hat and 3 mystery novelty items. So it was $40, and it was framed as a value of $150. The graphic was super simple. $40 at the top, mystery pack, and showed some icons of the tickets and merchandise. That's it. No long copy, no complicated menu of choices. But here's where it kind of makes it really interesting. Fans don't actually know which hat they're getting. They actually don't know what novelties they're getting. In many ways, they're buying a box of mystery, which is pretty crazy. Now, if you told me in a vacuum this idea and said, hey, Jeremy, we're going to charge people $40 for stuff they haven't seen plus some tickets, I'm going to look at you in the face and say, yeah, good luck, man. You're not going to sell anything. Except that it worked. They sold right at 100 of the previous offer, which was $50, 100 of those packages. They just sold 70 of these at the $40 packs immediately after launch. So just to keep the math simple, the $50 pack included 4 tickets to opening day. They sold 100 of those. So 4 tickets, which included in the package, 4 tickets times 100 mystery packs. They sold 400 opening day tickets in November. They sold 400 opening day tickets for April of next year in November with these packages that people have no idea what they're buying. And they hadn't even run a traditional opening day campaign and created the momentum and what have you. They sold it in cold November for spring baseball. This is just nuts. So this is just one idea. So if they've already sold 70 of these at $40, so they've sold 70 times 4 tickets, they've already sold an additional 280 tickets. So you take the 100 mystery packs that they sold before, that was the 100 that they sold at $50, and then now they've sold an additional 70, so 400 tickets plus the 280. They've sold almost 700 tickets for opening day in November. This is bananas, absolutely crazy. So I'm going back and forth with them with this idea, and I said to them, I think this might be the most unique, different, and thought-provoking promotions I have ever seen, because if you really think about it, it should not make sense. People are buying things, they have no idea what they're buying, and that's when kind of the light bulb moment went off. What's actually going on in the fan's head here? So let's do the mental math that the fan is doing about 3 seconds when they see this email or social post. They see $40 package, $150 value, 4 opening day tickets, 1 adjustable hat, 3 mystery novelties. First thought is, wait, 4 opening day tickets alone are usually like $10. So there's your $40 there, and everything else is just icing on the cake. So the internal monologue in your fan's head is, okay, worst case scenario, I'm just buying 4 tickets at opening night at $10 a pop. Good deal? I'd take that. Absolutely. Everything else is basically free, and it's $150 value. That seems like a steal to me. So when they've put this package together, they had to have listened to my previous episode about Black Friday deal stacking, value stacking versus kind of discount clearance model. I'm just going to assume they did. If you haven't listened to it, I'll put a link in the show notes. But they're not like busting the calculator here. They're not cross-checking what the hat costs in your team store. Like, the fan's not doing that. They said, hey, $40, I get 4 tickets, a hat, and some novelty items. Cool. Sounds great. Count me in. And they sold 70 of them in less than one day. Like, so really, this becomes the no-brainer sniff test for the fans, and that's why they're selling so many of these. You want your fans to be able to justify the purchase in one sentence, one thought, pretty quickly. In their mind, they're saying, hey, I'm paying for opening night tickets. I get a hat and a bunch of stuff for free. Great. Sounds awesome. One sentence that lands all the mystery stuff becomes fun instead of scary, because they're not thinking, well, what if the hat is ugly? What if the novelty items are just more tchotchke, cheap stuff that my kids are getting, right? They're not thinking that stuff. They're thinking, cool, I got opening day tickets. Done. Great. Awesome. This is now a stocking stuffer for my kids. This is great. This is a great birthday gift or whatever it may be for opening night. Fantastic. So I had to swallow my own words. And literally during the call, I said, I genuinely don't know why this is working. But later, as we kept going through it and realizing and realized what's actually happening here is, I didn't know at first, but then it really hit me. It was the 4 levers: price, surprise, giftability, and then game-specific demand. So let's walk through those 4 levers, and then I'll give you some ways where you can build your own version of this mystery pack. Number 1, the why I think it works framework. This is just Jeremy talking here. But maybe you got different thoughts around why this works, but this is how I got to this, right? This is a no-brainer floor. The price is a no-brainer. The first lever that fans look at is typically the price of things. When you're making decisions, specifically in the month of November near Black Friday, you're immediately thinking about the price. This is the first thing. It's cheap. It's the floor value is obvious. In this case, 4 tickets times $10, $40. The fan can see that math in their head. So immediately they're like, the hat, the novelties, all that stuff is free. It's $150 value. Like, hey, this is awesome. This all becomes upside. The homework question here is, if I strip all the mystery away, is the base offer still good? Logical deal. For you, that might be 4 tickets to a fireworks game, 4 tickets to this specific giveaway, 2 sideline seats, a family 4-pack, parking included, whatever it is. If the answer to the base part of the deal is solid, you've nailed the price lever. You've nailed it. If the answer is no, it only feels good when you hype up the mystery, that's when fans hesitate. So it has to be super simple, super logical that the fans can easily figure out. Number 2, the surprise, the low risk, high upside. This is the part which is so shocking to me. Human beings love opening things. I remember when I was a kid, I loved opening baseball cards. I loved opening them, and it was the thrill, the excitement, and what have you. Either subscription boxes, the box that you get from Amazon, whatever it is. People love being surprised, and this is this dopamine hit that we get when we open up a package. We love Christmas, obviously, but like, think about that piece of it. So human beings love opening things. It's the love of feeling of, hey, what am I getting here? What's inside? As long as we don't feel like we're getting ripped off. The genius offer here is the surprise is limited to the merch, not the experience. Fans already know what game they're going to, how many tickets they're getting, but they don't know, well, what the hat is. What are the novelty items? That's a very controlled level of surprise. So if you flipped it and you said, hey, mystery game, we'll tell you which game that the tickets are for, all of a sudden that kind of feels a little nerve-wracking, not fun. As a dad with two girls, like, our calendar is rocking. We got stuff all the time. We are busy, crazy. We got a lot of stuff happening, and having tickets that I don't know the date for, like, that actually drives some anxiety on my end, truth be told. So when you design your version, think about the known, the core experience. So the game date, the seat level, the general category. Give that stuff to them in advance. And what's unknown is the fun bonus fun stuff in there. The shirt, the novelty, the food vouchers, the behind the scenes experiences, right? You want known experiences, unknown extras. You want them to know what they're going to get, but without the extras and stuff. Let that be the surprise. The third thing that kind of came to my mind as we were going through this is the giftability. Can it go underneath the tree? Can it go in a stocking? Yeah, I think so. One of the comments that came out of the conversation with my client was, one person bought this and said, hey, this is going to be a great stocking stuffer for my son. This is going to be awesome. That's gold. That's actually great that you can put in your social media post, in your email blast. Why? Because holiday shoppers want one purchase that solves multiple problems. A present they can wrap, an experience they can do together, and something that feels a little bigger than a random t-shirt, right? We've all got those, ugly sweater, whatever it may be. But in your fan's mind, like, they want one thing that can solve multiple problems. A present they can wrap, an experience they can do together, and something that feels bigger than that rando t-shirt that they got. And this mystery pack checks all of those boxes. So physical items you can put in a box or a stocking. You got tickets for another game. And the mystery piece makes it feel thoughtful. Hey, I got a fun surprise just for you. So when you're building your version, think about this. Could someone buy this as a gift and feel like they nailed it with one purchase? Are you putting a bunch of random crap in the box, or are you actually putting some good stuff in there? So, but I would also encourage you to lean into your copy. Perfect stocking stuffer, wrap the merch, save the tickets for opening night, one gift that's both now and later. Like, you could have some fun with the copy side of this as you're promoting this for the holidays. If you want to do this, you could scale this out for multiple things. You could do it for Father's Day, rather. It could be a mug and a tumbler, a dad t-shirt, a dad specific hat, tickets to the Sunday afternoon game, throw in kids passes for the kids zone. Like, think about like all of those things, throw it all into one. That's incredibly giftable. So you could do this later if you're in baseball, and you could do it closer to Father's Day. So you're selling a package that does this. If you're in hockey or even college sports, you could really have some fun and put packages around. Let's just say it's a holiday, a national holiday. It's ice cream day coming up. Well, you get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, chips, and a drink, and 4 ice creams for XYZ price. You could literally put these packages together, or you could just create it as a mystery pack and just say, hey, you get a meal deal and a ice cream, but they don't know what the meal deal is, or it can come with a free hat and they get an ice cream. Like, you can have some fun with this, but creating one-off packages that actually seem giftable, like, now you're heading in this direction where it seems like fans thoroughly enjoy just by watching his numbers skyrocket as he launched this promotion here. The next thing that I was thinking through as we were talking about and then started to dig into was the game-specific demand, pre-selling your Keystone nights. So if you're creating game-specific demand, the promotion isn't attached to a rando Tuesday in May. It's attached to opening night. So there's some excitement and anticipation for that specific game. Are you discounting tickets to opening night? Well, that's a good question, depending on the price of your tickets. But in this case, the round figures made the most sense. So it was $4 or $10 per ticket times 4. So it was $40, and everything else was free. So fans already believe opening night, opening day is special. It's absolutely worth attending. It's one. It creates this anticipation for the season. People just get fired up about opening night, specifically in baseball, specifically in hockey. So absolutely, if you could do that, that's great. It also gives them a reason to commit earlier. The mystery pack does it. It kind of pushes them to commit earlier. in that Colwick to team, we kind of did the math live. If you sold 70 of these packages, that's 280 tickets right out of the gate. 70 of these packages, 280 tickets to opening night. And you didn't have to make sales calls. You didn't have to run a lot of ad dollars to promote it. You just sent a few emails and a couple text messages and posted on social media, and it took off. Well, now that it's taken off, I would accelerate it, amplify it by putting some marketing dollars behind it. But there was little effort to be able to sell this many. But you sold it in November for a game in April. Like, that's mind-boggling. They've got a huge head start towards a near sellout, stronger, earlier momentum, and the ability to market later to say, hey, we only have X amount of tickets left for opening night. So here's your prompt. Which games do my fans already want to attend badly where a mystery pack would push them off the fence early? I would say opening night if you're in baseball, July 4th, but that's a hot ticket that you're going to get the highest dollar for, so maybe not do it for your July 4th, but maybe it's the first fireworks game of the year. Maybe it's a game later in the year. Whatever it may be, you can actually start pre-selling tickets in advance, and that puppy sells out, so it creates momentum for another game, right? So it could be a fireworks game, opening night, big theme night like Star Wars, Princess, or what have you, even a concert. So attach your mystery pack to that to demand that creates the demand instead of trying to manufacture demand later. So create it now to generate the momentum, the excitement, the demand for later. So how do you steal this without copying and pasting? Sure, you could copy and paste. Go for it. But as far as the novelty items and the snapback hat that's included in there, like the novelty items, I'm sure it's like key change and other tchotchke stuff in the items that they put in there. But they said $150 value, so you'd have to believe it's actually quality items that they're putting in there. So let's turn this into some kind of copy and pastable ideas that you can run with. Kids Holiday Mystery Pack. So you're targeting families here in the month of November and December. So 4 tickets to a kid-friendly weekend, 1 kid's hat or t-shirt or hat, 3 mystery kid novelty items, and then you frame it as $120 value for $39. You could get away with that for sure, depending on the price of your kids' tickets and what you're willing to do to be able to move tickets for a specific game. So why it works. Parents can stuff novelty items into stockings. Tickets promise for a fun family day in the spring, or could be for another game and another date or what have you. It's perfect for grandparents who want to be the cool gift people who are giving something fun that, hey, we bought this package. This is going to be a fun grandparents' night with their grandbabies at the game. Like, totally makes sense. Another idea that I mentioned earlier, Father's Day Dad Mystery Box. I would promote this a little bit closer to Father's Day because it's just simply too far away. But 4 tickets to Father's Day, 1 dad or team branded like tumbler or mug, a mystery apparel item. It could be a t-shirt, could be a hat, whatever it is, some kid zone passes. It's framed at $160 value for $59, right? So that's 1 gift that covers dad and the kids. Wrap the tumbler, surprise him with the game. Like you could definitely steal what we've got here. Another one here, theme night mystery pack. Let's say you've got a big theme night coming up, like a wizard night or a princess night or a kids TV takeover or show night, right? So 4 tickets to the theme night, 1 guaranteed theme item. That could be a scarf, a wand, a ears, whatever kind of matches with the night. 2 to 3 mystery novelty items that are either theme related or just general team merchandise. And then optional, you can add an early access to the meet and greet or the fun zone. So something like that would go over great for that theme night mystery pack idea. So why does that work? Fans already want to go to that theme game. The theme item kind of justifies the price, and the mystery makes it feel like they're getting something special, getting something over and above, which is fantastic. And it actually makes me think about the interview that I did with Jared Orton from the Savannah Bananas, when they were talking about sending off merchandise items and mailing notes, they would always put some sort of thing in there as an additional gift, an additional thank you item. Of course, they would do a handwritten thank you card they put in there, but they would also throw some other things in there just as an added bonus to say, hey, thanks for your support. Thanks for buying this. I'll put a link in the show notes to that episode if you have not listened to it. It is a marvelous episode where Jared Orton just kind of unpacks what the Savannah Bananas did to create momentum and then to keep the momentum rolling as they have been doing for many, many years. So the other example that I want to give you here, that National Ice Cream Day pack that I had mentioned earlier, the local ice cream shop runs National Ice Cream Day with dollar scoops, and their line's out the door. So let's spin this into the kind of the ballpark in arena version of this. 4 tickets to the game, 4 vouchers for the ice cream and the souvenir helmet, 2 mystery novelty items, $100 value for $35. The hook here, like I had mentioned in my Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday podcast, is that you're sharing the value, not the discount. Fans don't know what 20% off means, right? They're reading, it was $100, now it's $35. This is like super simple. You value frame it, you don't discount frame it if you're putting in there. So in the fans' brain about this ice cream package idea, we're going to go to the game, everybody gets ice cream, and we get some surprise merch. Done. Super simple. We get it. All right. I just unloaded a whole lot of stuff at you. Really cool ideas here. But how might you avoid kind of the backfire here? So before we wrap up, let me hit on some guardrails. So this kind of idea doesn't bite you in the behind, right? Number one, don't fill the mystery items. Don't fill the box with a pure junk, right? Low cost inventory items, yes, but include at least one item that feels like a hero piece, that nice hat. If you've got some cheap items that you could do, like a plushie or a hoodie or whatever it is, like include that stuff in there. This is a great way to move your end of the year merchandise as you're starting to try to move some stuff for next year. Like, this is great, but don't just put junk in the box. All right, number 2, social representative examples. Even if you don't show the exact items, you can say, hey, mystery items may include mini bats, foam fingers, rally towels, bobbleheads, and more. Like, that gives them an idea of like, hey, cool, like I'm getting some pretty cool stuff here that's included in there. But don't tell them what's in there. Number 3, cap the quantity. Limit it to the first 75 fans. It makes them feel super special and keeps you from accidentally overselling some inventory. Number 4, have a clear fulfillment plan. So decide up front, are you going to ship these? Are they pick up only at the ballpark, arena, at the university, whatever it may be? Make it easy and crystal clear. If it's shipping and they're willing to ship it, like, you do have to add in the shipping costs or include in shipping as well in the package price as well, just to make it even simpler, right? So measure more than revenue. How many buyers were new versus returning? We're going to track that. We're actually going to track how many of those folks who bought these packages used the tickets at the game. And then on that night, what did per cap look like? You're already going to track that anyway, but just get an idea. All right, we know how many of these packages that we sold, but how many of these people actually used the tickets that they bought in November for the game in April, right? So this kind of gives you some ammo to say, hey, this isn't just a Black Friday, Cyber Monday, flash sale type promotion, right? This actually gives you some legit revenue to think through. And this is a tool that you can use in the off season for sure to move some things. And that's what teams want to do in the off season, really try to move some product, move some merchandise, move some tickets, and try to get things moving for specific games. All right, let's bring it home here. Let's kind of circle back where we started here. I went from going, I have no idea why this promotion is working. I genuinely had no idea. That's how I kind of started in the conversation with the client. To, I didn't know why at first, but then I realized it hits all the levers: price, surprise, giftability, and the game-specific demand. So if you remember nothing else from this episode, Nothing else. You said, Jeremy, you just gave me a whole lot of stuff. My brain is going 100 miles an hour. If you don't remember anything, remember this. When you're building any special offer, mystery pack or not, run it through that 4-part checklist. Price. Is the floor value obvious and fair? Number 2, surprise. Is there some fun upside without risking the core experience? Number 3, could someone buy this as a one-stop gift and kind of feel good about this? Number 4, game-specific demand. Are you trying to sell it for specific games? Are you tying them to specific games so they commit earlier? That's a good question mark. So am I pushing it towards opening night? Am I pushing it towards these theme nights? If you can honestly check all these boxes, you've definitely got a winner. But this mystery pack idea, just mind-boggling to me. Why it worked, but now I get it. I get it because it makes a lot of sense. People are excited about this idea of getting things they have no idea, but also feeling like they understand the value. I'm getting a $150 value for $40, and we know if 4 tickets are included, they're $10 a pop. Like, this is a no-brainer, and all this other stuff is free. Like, it totally makes sense. All right, let's wrap this puppy up. If you end up testing the mystery pack this off-season, or even before the season, or even during the season, right? Kids version, a Father's Day pack, a holiday pack, whatever it is, 12 days of Christmas, like whatever you do, like, hey, I want to hear about it. Send it on over to me. You can shoot me an email. You can Snapchat it or Instagram post it or whatever it is. Send it on over to me. Love to hear what you did, what you offered, how you priced it, how many tickets you moved because of it. Because it's such a unique idea that most teams haven't even thought about. A mystery pack. The fans have no idea what they're getting. They're getting it at a good price, and their teams are selling a bunch of these. So if you want some help kind of workshopping your specific idea, like, hey, Jeremy, here's my inventory. What would you bundle? That's the kind of nerdy stuff I love helping with, so don't hesitate to reach out. You just pop over to sportsmarketingmachine.com. Schedule a call. Happy to chat with you just to brainstorm this, because I'm in the business to help you sell more tickets, and I love doing stuff like this. So that's it for today's episode. Go build something that makes your fans say, I don't fully know what's in it, but I'd be dumb not to buy it. I'm Jeremy Nizer, and I appreciate you listening. And for those of you celebrating Thanksgiving this week, happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. Until next time.